The mysterious vanishing hitchhiker. It's a story that has been told countless times, an eerie tale that sends shivers down the spine of anyone who's heard it. The mysterious vanishing hitchhiker, a legend that's been passed down for generations, seems to blur the line between reality and the supernatural. But what's the truth behind this chilling urban legend? Let's dive into this strange and unsettling story. It begins like any other ordinary hitchhiking story. A driver, cruising alone through a dark and quiet road, spots a figure, a hitchhiker waiting on the side of the road. The driver slows down, offering a ride to the lone traveler, who gets in without hesitation. Often, the hitchhiker is described as a young woman, drenched from the rain, or, in some versions, a man with a weary face. What happens next, though, is where the story takes a strange and terrifying turn. Inside the car, the driver and hitchhiker share an uneasy silence. The driver tries to make conversation. As they drive together, the hitchhiker may say very little, or share cryptic remarks about her destination. She might mention a town or a place that seems familiar, but then disappears. Sometimes, she asks to be dropped off at a certain spot, only to vanish before the driver can blink an eye. The scene shifts to a ghostly atmosphere with mist rising. The driver is at a stop. The passenger seat is empty. And then, when the driver turns back to offer further conversation, the hitchhiker is gone, vanished without a trace. The passenger seat is empty. The door is still locked, and no one is in sight. Sometimes, the driver will search frantically for the hitchhiker, but there is no sign of them. A mysterious disappearance with no explanation. The scene transitions to a new day, with the driver arriving at a local police station or meeting a friend, recounting the experience. In some versions of the tale, the driver will later learn something strange. Perhaps they find out that the hitchhiker they picked up was not just an ordinary traveler. They discover that the hitchhiker had been involved in a tragic accident on that very road years before. Or, in some stories, the hitchhiker is revealed to have died long ago, her ghost seemingly forever bound to that stretch of highway. So, what's the explanation for these eerie encounters? Could they be nothing more than coincidence? Or are they proof of the supernatural? Let's explore a few of the theories that have emerged over the years. One popular theory is that the hitchhiker is a ghost, trapped between worlds. Many versions of the story suggest that the hitchhiker is the spirit of someone who tragically died along that road, either in an accident or through a crime. The hitchhiker's ghost roams the area, seeking to find a way to reach their final resting place or simply to share their story with the living. Another theory that has gained some traction is the time traveler hypothesis. Some believe that the hitchhiker might not be a ghost, but rather a person who exists in another time, briefly slipping into the present world. The encounter is just a momentary anomaly where the dimensions of time and space briefly overlap. Then, there's the psychological explanation. Some experts believe the vanishing hitchhiker phenomenon is a form of shared hallucination or a trick of the mind, influenced by the isolation of being alone on dark, lonely roads, stress, fatigue, and the mind's tendency to create patterns could explain why so many people report similar experiences. This story is not just confined to one region. The mysterious vanishing hitchhiker has appeared in many countries, from the United States to Japan, Brazil, and beyond. In each culture, the tale takes on different forms, but the core mystery remains the same: an encounter with someone who mysteriously disappears. In some variations, the hitchhiker may even leave behind something like a piece of clothing or an object as a reminder of their ghostly presence. Whether you believe in ghosts, time travel, or simply the mind's ability to play tricks on us, the story of the vanishing hitchhiker continues to captivate and chill us. Is it a true supernatural encounter, or just a story to keep us on edge during late-night drives? The answer, like the hitchhiker, may always remain elusive.